Hey, yo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into just a straight-up weird version of CHGO Bets Daily. It's not a remote version because Cody and I are in the same building. It's not coming to you from Studio A or B because Studio B is currently in France, right? Because the Bulls guys have it. So I'm in Jake Flanagan's office and you're in Studio B and we're still degenerates. Hi, Cody.
Hi, Sean. Shout out to our producer, Sarah, for helping us put together today's show. I blame the Bulls guys for this scenario, but that's okay. They're in Paris. That said, everyone should send super chats so I can go to London. Thank you.
There you go. But hey, you still gotta get the passport. Don't mean to poke the sore subject, but there's still an issue for you.
Still an issue.
I'm Sean Anderson.
If it ain't here by June, I'm telling you, like that we got some serious issues.
Where are you going in June?
Say what?
Where are you going in June, or is that when it's just projected?
Well, the Cubs and Cardinals have the London series at the end of the year.
Gotcha. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I think his Venmo is probably a different tag, but he'll still probably give it to you. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson.
My tips are open on Twitter, and if you leave me a tip on Twitter, it goes to my Venmo account.
Good. I'm glad that people can have you gotten any tips on Twitter?
No one's ever given me a tip. But if you want to start giving me a tip, though, bro.
No offense to you, but man, if anyone's tipping you, and if anyone's tipping me, like, ooh, that person's got problems. Unless we're like giving out bets, which maybe that will be the case one day. We were trying to win
2 days ago. I went 8-2 the other day. And it went 6-5 last night. We've been in the green the last 2 nights. If you've watched the show.
Hey, I gave out Gary Trent over 18.5 points plus assists. Yesterday, they were giving out a 100% boost on NBA bets. So I got that at 100% boost. I turned 15 into 41, friends. So it pays to listen to the show. I also, again, gave out George Washington plus 290 on the money line. And they won.
The dumbest $10 I've ever made, but also the best $10 I've ever made.
Here's the thing, too. Like, did you see the Blackhawks game last night?
No, I did not.
I'm not shocked by that, but they're playing the Sabres. And like I told you, was riding Sabres to score the first goal. That didn't happen. But I was riding them to win by the first period and at the end of regulation. And they were down 1-0 in the first period with like 7 minutes left. And then they scored 2. And then at the end of the second period, they're up 3-1. Cody, why did my bet not cash? Because they let the Blackhawks score 2 goals in the third period. They didn't score any. What's going on here? My free bet was spoiled by the Blackhawks?
Awful.
Horrible. They
even the worst teams have a good night every now and then.
What's that?
I said even the worst teams have a good night every now and then.
I think the Sabres are frauds. I think that's all I learned. Also, I got to tell you about my teaser last night. I don't know if I gave this out on the show. I think I did. But I think I gave it out after the game's already started, so it didn't matter. But K-State plus 6.5. They win in Manhattan by 1. Under 150 in Western Michigan, Ball State. That was at 141. So that cleared by 9 points right there. Rhode Island plus 13. They covered by 7 against Richmond. Penn State plus 8.5. That one cashed for us. They only lost by 3 to Wisconsin. And then Wake Forest needed to cover by 1 point, not even cover, just to lose by 1 point, and they win by 10. But here's the thing. North Carolina, it was Tom Fornelli's trust the process bet, which is something that I would just bet straight up at 14. And I was like, 14's still a little high. I'll put it in the teaser, Cody. Mm-hmm. Teased it down to 9. They win by 8. I'm like, I was so close to getting $55 into the bank, just being so green. And the heater just gave out at the last second. So I'm really
my 5-leg teaser that I had yesterday. I didn't give it out to anyone. I just did it for myself. I put $20 on it to win 90. I had Alabama -3. They won by like 10. Tennessee -1. They won by double digits. North Carolina State -1. They won by double digits. Penn State +8.5. They lost by 3, so they covered. And then Clemson +8. They lost by 10. It's just brutal, bro. Just brutal. It was the teaser was literally no sweat until Clemson and Wake Forest. I thought maybe. I mean, I do think Wake Forest is for real. I think they're a solid team in the ACC. But I thought Clemson was. I think Clemson is better than them. I'm intrigued to when they play again because I think it might be different next time. But betting those road teams in conference play, it's a little tough sometimes. But
it's tricky.
I took Clemson because they were the 3-point dog, so I thought it was just going to be close. And they were down 10 at halftime. Then they made a little bit of a run, got it within 5-6 points, and then just completely fell apart in the final minute and a half, lost by 10. Just brutal.
Yeah, I liked them at home, and it was only a 1-point thing. So whenever you get a home team with plus points, I love to take it. And you'll see that in my teaser later. I think Cody's got a lot of college basketball picks, so we'll hit you up with those in just a second. Shout out to Daniel Barry in the chat. We do, I think, have 4 people liking. So if you got 4 people watching, and now it's 2. No, it's 2. Anyways, hit the like button. We appreciate it if you are hanging out with us. Also, the NFL playoff action continues. We're one step closer to Super Bowl 57. And for the NFL divisional round, check out DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. Plus, all new and existing customers can take a shot at an even bigger payout with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Boost your NFL winnings. With each leg, you add up to 100%. And hey, Cody's been telling you since the line's open, Giants money line is something he likes. Giants +7.5 is something that he likes. We've been giving you out picks since Monday, folks. All right. So if you're listening closely, you're already getting our wild card picks. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code CHGO. New customers can bet just $5 on the NFL divisional round and get $200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Again, our strategy, if you're a new customer, download the app, place a $5 bet on an underdog. You're already getting $200 in free bets. So, hey, if you like the Giants, take the Giants. You like the Bengals? Take the Bengals. It's just my 2 cents and your $5. You know what I'm saying?
That spread for the Bengals moved to 5. It was 4 on Monday. It's up to 5 now.
+5?
+5. Last I checked, at least it might have moved back down to 4. They're back up. The money or Vegas or whoever they moved it to 5. Man, I'd love for them to get to 7. I don't think it will happen, but I'd love for them to get to 7. Sean would absolutely love
this Cowboys Niners game is tricky.
It is because you don't know what you're going to get out of the Cowboys. And do you want to bet on Brock Purdy? Do you want to bet on Kyle Shanahan as a favorite?
That's the thing. I don't know what I'm getting out of Shanahan and Purdy. Like, he made the throws, but also they weren't always on target, and they got Diggs and Parsons. I don't know. Teaser, you can take a monster 7-point teaser. It's +200. Ooh, Chiefs only to cover 2. I like that number. Giants to cover 14.5, 2 touchdowns. I like that number. Bengals at +12. Cowboys at 3. No, Niners at +3.5. I mean, we know the Cowboys can't even kick a field goal. So, hey, if you are a new customer, maybe put it on a teaser. Although I don't think you can put free bets on a teaser.
Yeah, if you like the Eagles, maybe just tease the Eagles down to just -0.5. That way, all they got to do is win.
That's true.
I think the Giants keep it close. I don't know if they win, but I think they keep it close.
Yeah, I mean, that's my thing with college basketball, and we'll get into that now, I guess. Like, whenever I feel like a team can win, but they're plus money, it's like just take them. Like, you're just getting 7 points instead of a team that like might lose by like, you know, like
That's
here, like we'll
that's
get
how
into
I
it.
feel about that's how I feel about TCU in West Virginia tonight.
I wanted to stay away from that one because I didn't know. Like, but you're right. Like, you're on. I'm guessing TCU.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm on
So you're going to
TCU.
boost TCU up because you just think the TCU can win that game, and you know if they lose, they're probably not going to lose by a lot.
Right. I think that game's for sure close. This game reminds me a lot of Texas Tech and Baylor last night. Remember yesterday I took Baylor plus 2.5 Baylor money line, and I took the over. And I said if all three hit, I'm going to be feeling really good about my night. And I went 6-5, and I went, and the three of those were were the W's of my 6 wins. West Virginia hasn't been good in conference play. TCU on the road, they've played well. They went into Baylor and won on the road, and they should have beat Texas. They completely fell apart in the second, like in the last 5 minutes of that second half, and lost by 4 to Texas. Texas is a good team though. West Virginia is not a good team in my opinion. They have a good coach, and I know Ken Palm I think has them ranked higher than TCU, which is probably why TCU is the dog. But I don't know, man. I'm taking TCU. I think they can win outright. If you want to take those 2.5 points, fine, whatever. What's the difference? I guess if it's going to be close back and forth, I guess that's the difference. But I love the Horned Frogs tonight at West Virginia, a team that West Virginia team that honestly they're in desperation mode, and that's why they remind me of a lot of what Texas Tech is. I just think TCU is the better team, so I'm gonna roll with them in that game. Sarah, thank you for putting up the graphic. I'm taking Oklahoma +2. I think they're better than Oklahoma State. I've watched a lot of Oklahoma State this year. Kind of like the under on that game because I think that we're going to see a lot of bricks, a lot of long possessions. But I think Oklahoma is a better team. The only reason they're a dog is because it's at Oklahoma State. So I don't mind the money line, but I'll take the 2 points just because I do think it will be very close. It's a rivalry game. Providence and Marquette over 152 at +105. I think that total actually came down a little bit, and that's why I got it at +105 because I had to, for some reason, when I went to put the bet in, the over-under market was closed. And so I went to the alternate total, and I saw that, around the 149 and 153 area, it was around, even odds almost. So I think that we're going to see a lot of points in this game tonight.
150.5 is where it currently is. Over 150.5 is at -105.
I would play it up to 152 at the most, and I got a little greedy on it only because I just think that they're going to. I hate feeling like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I want the plus money, but also I hate when I feel like we're just going to see a ton of points. But if you look at these teams, how many points they're scoring and how many points they're giving up, it should go over. And this is a big game. These are the top teams in the Big East outside of Xavier right now. Marquette coming off a loss to Xavier, Providence coming off a loss as well. So both trying out there to prove something. Do like Providence +7.5. I'm a little surprised that the spread is where it's at, and I want to assume it's because I think Bynum is out for Providence.
Yes,
so that's why
Bynum's out and Hopkins is apparently playing.
Yeah, so that's why I'm a little weary about taking the spread. And I'm just going to cheer for points on that one.
Yeah. Hey, no, I get it. It's a difficult matchup because I think last time too, these two teams played. It was in Providence and it went to double overtime, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
And that's where you really just saw player of the year. And they lost back on December 20th, 103-98, because player of the year Bryce Hopkins had 27 and 23. He's playing tonight. I worry if you're seeing him again. And I do wonder what Shaka is going to do, but it's Ed Cooley as a dog. I love Ed Cooley +7.5. I mean, that's a lot of points right there. We'll get to how much I love Ed Cooley as a dog in my teaser. But yeah, that one I do like, especially now that my guy, local kid, local legend, Bryce Hopkins is good to go. I am back in the Friars just because 7.5 is too much.
Yeah, I mean, you know me.
Up to 8 too. I saw it at 8 at one point.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm probably going to place a bet on Providence anyway, just because it's just too good. It's too good. I would do the same thing if it was flip flop and take Shaka Smart. because both these coaches are great as an underdog. But I just think this game's going to be close, 1 or 2 possessions by the end. And the Big East is competitive. And I think the Big 12 and the Big East are the best conferences in college basketball this year at this point. So yeah, we'll see.
At least to watch, yeah.
Yeah, to watch. They're definitely the most fun to watch. I had a few more. Virginia Tech and Virginia under 126.5. The trends show when these two teams play, not a lot of possessions, and Virginia, obviously, they play slow too. Virginia Tech hasn't been playing well of late. I think Virginia's defense really takes control. Virginia +5, I'm not, or Virginia Tech +5, I'm not. I mean, if I were to bet the spread, Virginia Tech has shown to be a decent team this year, but they've also shown to be not good against some teams too. So that's why I like the under on this one, just because I think Virginia's better. UConn -5 against Seton Hall. Seton Hall, they just aren't good on offense, man. They're a great defensive team. And I just think UConn is just going to wear them down as the game goes on, and they win by 10 points or so. And then Arkansas money line. I believe they're an underdog against Missouri at Mizzou tonight. Arkansas, they've kind of been trending down of late. You know how I feel about Coach Muss. I just think that this is a get-right game, a get-back-on-track game. There's higher expectations for this team comparably to Mizzou, who are at home as a favorite. Mizzou also hasn't played very well since they beat Kentucky. They beat Illinois and Kentucky, and then they got put in the top 25, and they've faltered since then. Now they got to play an Arkansas team that is motivated. And I know they don't have Nick Smith or the other guy that I can't think of his name, but I just think the coach and the overall roster is better. I'll take the underdog, the road underdog, Arkansas Razorbacks against Mizzou tonight at Mizzou.
Yeah, and no, I'm with you. Let's see the teaser. I do think. Oh no, I didn't take that. Whoops. I would be with you. I was thinking about teasing Arkansas up. This is a 5-point teaser at +450. St. Bonaventure 7-1 against the spread at home. You're giving me 6 points. I'll take it. Right now it's at +1. So teasing that up to +6. I'm a fan of. Like you, I think the TCU. I think that they could win this one. I like that you had money line at +125. I do think they'll at least cover 7. I mean, 7.5, I think is a pretty ridiculous point. I think it's going to be a competitive game either way. I don't think West Virginia is going to get blown out by 7 or more. I don't think TCU is going to get blown out by 7 or more. Texas A&M +1.5. They are at home. So the fact that I can get them at plus points against Florida, I am a fan of. I think they're a better team than Florida. Auburn +0.5 point against Auburn +0.5 point against LSU. LSU got destroyed versus Arkansas over the weekend. I think it was like 66-26 at halftime. I do think Auburn will roll, especially they were my SEC pick at the start of the year. I'm in Providence +12.5. Again, Ed Cooley as an underdog is fantastic. So give him 5 more points. Why not? I'm in Oklahoma +7. This is kind of similar to TCU. I think they're a better team than Oklahoma State. I don't see them losing by 7 points. I see them winning this game. Give me the cushion. So that's at 450, and hopefully we don't get screwed by a North Carolina here. But all the teams are plus points. So hopefully all these teams just win, and I don't have to sweat anything, Cody.
There we go. That's what we dream of, right?
That's what we dream.
I also have a 4-pick moneyline parlay college basketball. So I kind of talked about 2 of these teams. I talked about UConn. I think they win outright at Seton Hall. They're 5-point favorites anyway, but on moneyline -210. Ohio State at Nebraska. Ohio State coming off the loss against Minnesota. I expect a bounce back. Nebraska is not very good. It is tough to win at Nebraska or just play at Nebraska in general, but I think they bounce back big against Nebraska tonight. I was talking about Virginia earlier. I think they went outright against Virginia Tech at -230. And then late night, 9:30 p.m., San Diego State -190 on the money line against Colorado State. Comes out to +444 when you use that DraftKings stepped-up same game parlay or just stepped-up parlay, whatever it's called. $10 wins you $54.40. 4-leg money line parlay. all favorites. But I think these teams are primed for a W tonight. Here's the hoping.
Best of luck to you. Here's hoping. Final things from me. You are also getting a no sweat Wednesday. So it is a get a bonus bet back if you lose an NBA bet. So I am going to give my NBA bet in just a second. You're also getting an NBA live boost pack as well. You get 30% live boost. I took the live over in the Rockets Lakers game on MLK Day. And it went over, and I hit that late at night, which was pretty damn sweet. And also there is a no sweat NHL same game parlay too, if people are interested out there. But for my no sweat NBA bet tonight, over 35.5 points and rebounds for Domantas Sabonis versus the Lakers. They're giving up points. They're not playing defense. Sabonis is, it is basically like Jokic light at this point. I think he's going to be touching the ball a lot consistently. I think he'll go over 40 points plus rebounds easily, and that's at minus 105 too. So it's pretty close to even money, and I think it's probably 4 points under a line that's pretty competitive. So I do like the odds there. And then also there's a 50% profit boost for the NHL, and I am boosting Braden Point anytime goal scorer from plus 125 to plus 187 in the Lightning's Canucks game. This season, the Canucks, I think, have allowed the 5th most expected goals, and Braden Point has the most expected goals for the Lightning right now. The most goals just in general. He's converting a lot of his opportunities, and he has the most points on the most goals on the power play as well. So I think he's just at plus 187. That's too good to pass up there. But if you like Steven Stamkos in that game, makes sense to me as well. He's at plus money, and you can just boost it up by 50%. But those are our picks. Cody, any final thoughts?
No. Good luck to everyone with their plays tonight. Hoping to build off hoping to have another night in the green. Trying to finish positive. I'm 31 and 24 in 2023 on college hoops.
And I'm hoping for more good Ed Cooley vibes. Who doesn't love a good Ed Cooley game, right? Who doesn't love a good Bryce Hopkins dropping 30 points and Ed Cooley covering 12.5 points on the road against Marquette? Who doesn't love that? Ed Cooley's the best. Shout out to Ed Cooley. That's going to do it for the CHGO Bets Daily Podcast. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Thank you to Sarah for producing the show and for helping us figure out what to do for this weird remote version, even though I can go talk to Cody and beat him in NFL Blitz right here. But I'm going to enjoy my salad. We'll talk to you tomorrow when we are millionaires.